Hello dear crypto friends, and welcome to today's video, in which obviously the title already said it. We are again talking about the most brutal and a-holish coin known to humankind, XRP. XRP is arguably the most brutal coin that you can hold, and it destroys most people's soul. It crushes your soul, it destroys your psychology, it makes you want to hate yourself, it makes you want to kill someone, it makes you want to run amok. It wants you to dump it. It wants you to say, I hate XRP. I will dump all my XRP. I will never buy XRP again. I will hate XRP forever. I will buy all other coins in the future, but never again XRP. Okay, I got carried away here a bit, but that is what many people are feeling about XRP. And I will now try to analyze XRP by comparing it to a fractal pattern that is extremely interesting. So much so that I would say it's almost a blueprint to what XRP is going to do in the future. And we will make an interesting thought exercise because, as you know, I sometimes like to think about crypto and then I get bizarre and weird ideas, which sometimes are brutally wrong, but in 1% of cases even turn out to be right. So, you know, I think I have mentioned this thing here, this similarity with XRP here on the left to Bitcoin here on the right. I have mentioned this already in a video, and I've said that XRP seems to be repeating what Bitcoin did in 2020. So that this whole structure here, if you look at this peak left in the XRP chart, seems to be the peak in Bitcoin. Then this low here in March 2020 seems to coincide with the low of Bitcoin in late 2018. And then this structure here looks eerily similar to what Bitcoin did in 2020. And if this was to continue now, right, Bitcoin then recovered and went into a rally, this would mean that XRP would now recover, make also this weird bump here, and then go into a new rally. So can we maybe extract from this Bitcoin fractal what XRP will do in the future, and maybe even deduct the top for XRP, the timing of the top in XRP? Can we deduct this? Let us try, friends, let us try. So if we look at the timing, how long did it take for Bitcoin from the top in late 2017 until the March 2020 low, right? This turns out to be 819 days. So if we then say that this low here corresponds to this low in XRP, how long did it take XRP from its top to reach its corresponding fractal low? So yeah, let us draw this, and we see it would be 1589 days. Okay, so it seems that XRP is repeating what Bitcoin is doing, only slower. That is crazy. That is insane to think about it. Like an altcoin is repeating what Bitcoin is doing, but slower. What has the world become that an altcoin is now slower than Bitcoin? Like what? If you would have told me this 5 years ago, I would have not believed it, but because normally altcoins are faster than Bitcoin. They do what Bitcoin is doing, but only faster because they have a smaller market cap. But now to see that an altcoin might be slower than Bitcoin, that is freaking hilarious. So then how long did it take Bitcoin from its low in March 2020 to reach its top? Let us draw the line. 399 days. Because, friends, I identify this here as the top in Bitcoin. This here was technically higher, but it's a weird corrective wave which just happened to go higher, because I still think that this structure in Bitcoin here is an expanded flat correction. So this means that the actual top I would count as this here. So then how long will it take XRP, if the ratio still remains intact, to reach its top? Well, for that we divide, of course, 1589 by 819. And we get 1.94. So if it then took Bitcoin 399 days from the March low to reach the top, it would take XRP correspondingly 774 days. Let us draw this into the chart. 774 days. Oh man, a brutally long time. Okay, so now get this. If XRP was to continue with its pace, and we identify this fractal similarity with Bitcoin and identify the time scales, then it would take XRP until June 2024 to reach its peak. What? You are telling me that I have to wait 2 more years for the XRP top? Are you stupid? I'm gonna punch you in the face now. 2 more years, what am I going to do with my life? But yes, if we say that this here is repeating, then XRP would now recover, right? Then it would make this funny thing here, which Bitcoin did right back here, right? This funny weird hill or whatever. And then it would start going berserk and reach its top in June or July 2024, friends. I know it's brutal, I know it's incredible, like what are you telling me, 2 more years, I've been already waiting for so long, but this seems to be what XRP is pointing to. And by the way, not only XRP, we can do the same exercise, for example, with Dash, right? Because Dash that I have loaded here now has the very same structure. Here the peak, here the low, corresponding to this here, and we have the same structural similarity with this here, and this will now correspond to this low here, which Dash fascinatingly almost reached its low of March 2020. So Dash was dumping much more than XRP, fascinatingly. So if this was to continue, Dash would now recover and also have its peak in June 2024. Now, of course, I think the pump height, we cannot just translate Bitcoin's pump of 600% from this baseline here to Dash. I think the altcoins will pump more. So you see, it's not only XRP, it's Dash, and there are 20-30 other coins that I can load. I don't know, let's just try, for example, randomly Qtum, and you see same behavior, very same behavior. Qtum is also having this weird structure, repeating, dropping down, rebounding, and then it would also have its peak in about June 2024, because the ranges here are exactly coinciding with XRP, of course, because the coins had their tops at almost the same time in late 2017, early 2018, and are now all dropping in unison with Bitcoin. So we can do this exercise also with Dash, with Qtum, and with many other altcoins. Same picture with, for example, Neo USD, right? Only that it spiked a bit higher, but it also didn't reach its all-time high, right? Okay, it spiked a bit higher, but essentially it really also does the same structure here, the same structure like Bitcoin, and we still can identify all the points here on the left and right. And then this would also recover, make this small peak, and then here have its final peak in June, July 2024. So this is certainly a fascinating fractal similarity. So, okay, Sebastian, all nice and well, but you're really telling me I have to wait 2 more years now for XRP for its top? Are you crazy? I'm gonna go crazy. I'm not mentally capable to wait for another 2 years. What am I going to do with my life? Friends, don't worry, this is just a fractal. So fractals don't always play out as they did. Just because they repeated some pattern in the past doesn't mean that they will do exactly so in the future. It's an interesting thought exercise, but for me this is a worst case scenario, because of course now let us think what Bitcoin will be doing, right? If Bitcoin of course now goes into a new rally, which I think is quite likely, then you can absolutely forget the idea that the coin will go sideways for a few years and only pump in 2024 and have its peak in mid-2024. This is of course illogical. If Bitcoin already reaches its peak in, for example, early 2023, right? It doesn't make any sense that here Neo, for example, reaches its top in mid-2024. Same of course with XRP. If Bitcoin now really goes into a wave 5 move, which I still maintain, one of the few people who maintain a bullish picture in Bitcoin, and I think that this whole thing here was just an expanded flat correction, and that we are actually preparing for a wave 5 move that brings us to at least 150,000. If this was to happen and Bitcoin would top in late 2022, early 2023, then of course XRP will not go sideways now and have its top only as late as June 2024. That doesn't make any sense, that XRP XRP would peak 1.5 years after Bitcoin reaches its top. In that case, of course, this fractal would not hold true. And then what would happen? XRP would do the same what Bitcoin did, but only much faster, and then would already start pumping very soon and go vertical and reach its top in early 2023, right? So that would of course then look quite different from what Bitcoin did back then. We might then say that XRP and the other legacy altcoins like Dash, Qtum, Neo, and all the old altcoins that existed already way back in 2016, 2017, they would now repeat what Bitcoin did here, but on fast forward. So we could say that they lost some time in this cycle, right? It's like they were slowing down here in this cycle. And so they would do what Bitcoin did in 399 days in 2020 and 2021. They would make up for the lost time and repeat this on fast forward, right? Because it took Bitcoin from the top in late 2017 to the top in April 2021, 1218 days, right? So if XRP was to peak together or shortly after Bitcoin in early 2023, this would mean that XRP and the other legacy altcoins would make up for a bit of lost time. It would not be quite as fast as Bitcoin with 1218 days, but about 1800 something days. So this would be not quite as bad. So I don't think this fractal will play out one-to-one, friends. Don't worry. This was an interesting thought exercise, and you could see it as a worst case scenario if Bitcoin now goes sideways, right? So this fractal that XRP would recover and reach its top as late as mid-2024 would of course only make sense if Bitcoin now goes sideways-ish for a while and starts the next pump as late 2023 or early 2024 in time for the next Bitcoin halving. Okay, this is the worst case scenario if Bitcoin now really goes into a sideways-ish, bear market-ish move. Then of course that is what XRP would be doing. But if Bitcoin, as I still maintain, will indeed go into a sudden wave 5 move, then of course XRP would repeat what Bitcoin was doing in 2020 and 2021, but on fast forward, something like this year. Like it would go vertical at some point and would reach the peak in late 2022, early 2023. And the reason why I'm still bullish on Bitcoin where everyone is bearish, I talked about it in yesterday's video, but tomorrow I will make a new video in which I'm going to talk how the Fed is playing us, how the Fed is playing the market, is playing us, and how the Fed will not tighten as much as everyone is thinking and will not raise rates as aggressively as everyone is thinking, and will in fact, I predict that the Fed will not raise in July. It will still raise in June, probably, but will not raise in July, and suddenly everyone is like, what? And will actually make a complete turnaround and will say, no, we are stopping rate hikes for the time being because we need to be careful with the stock market, and that will lead to a gigantic rally in the stock market, in the Nasdaq, in the Dow Jones, SP 500. And since we know that Bitcoin is tied to the stock market, positively correlated to the stock market, this in turn will lead to a massive Bitcoin rally that no one is expecting, and thus to a massive crypto rally that no one is expecting, and thus to an XRP, Dash, and Neo and Qtum rally and legacy altcoin rally that nobody is expecting. And I will talk in more detail about this theory in tomorrow's video, so don't miss tomorrow's video. Friends, if you found this information interesting and my ramblings kind of entertaining, or you thought that it gives you some useful information, please like this video and subscribe. I would be very happy to welcome you in this small illustrious round of awesome and super smart people and smart crypto enthusiasts that have an average IQ of 275 confirmed with independent studies, and we are going to navigate this insane market together for the next years. And I will make many update videos on not only Bitcoin, not only altcoins, but on the correlation of the whole crypto market with stocks, with bonds, with interest rates, with all the crazy stuff that is going on in the market. so that we can understand crypto on a fundamental level, okay? Not just superficially like, oh yeah, let us make some chart analysis only with Bitcoin. No, Bitcoin is tied to macroeconomic events and we must understand it on a fundamental level if we want to dive really into the crypto market and want to make meaningful predictions. So I would really be happy to welcome you, and I will make many update videos in the future. So thanks again for watching, dear crypto friends, and see you in tomorrow's video, in which I'm going to talk about how the Fed is playing us. Have a nice day, friends, and see you. Bye.